la 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 ya la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la ya la ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 la
We need your help. Come on, help us.
ya la 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 la.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
I want to try to tell you another joke. Good. Excellent. I like that. Elliot.
You'll tell him afterward, Elliot, how it went.
Someone once taught me it's not Shabbos without a joke. So there's a beggar approached a wealthy man and said, can you give me some money? I'm down on my luck, and I really would be grateful if you gave me a little help. And the wealthy man said to the beggar, listen, I don't think you understand. I have parents who live abroad and they're very poor. I have 2 children. Each of them has 6 children, and neither of my children are able to provide for their children, my grandchildren. I have a sister in the hospital. This is the very wealthy man telling his own family story. I have a sister in the hospital who needs surgery. The surgery is going to be very expensive, and she has no money. And very nice, Anne. Very nice, Anne. And to all of this, it's okay, Anne, you just made it better. To all of this, Anne, and all, the beggar said, oh, wow, I am so sorry. I didn't know. I apologize. I just had no idea that you had so many responsibilities. And in response to the beggar's, very apologetic tone, the wealthy man said, actually, I think you still don't understand, because if I don't give them anything, why would I give anything to you?
Oh, that a joke?
That's what the wealthy man said. I start with this just because I think, it's funny. And it's the opposite of what Shabbat is about. It's the opposite of what Jewish life is about. It turns out today, and Tara's going to talk about this, I think. Today is what day on the Jewish calendar? Valentine's Day, exactly. And there's something beautiful that's hahefech, the opposite of this joke, that I've shared before, but it's a nice time to remind us. Love in Hebrew is the same word as the women's beauty product, ahava. Ahava. Some of us know what is that. Anyone ever used ahava? Okay, so there's a few of us who know it. Love in Hebrew is ahava. And the very middle of the word ahava, love, is the root, let's call it, hav. As often as I often think, and this is not my idea, we Jews often have this idea that embedded in Hebrew words is some great insight. So the word hav means to give. To give. And the word to give, therefore, hav, is right in the middle, at the source, the core of the word ahava, love. It's a truth that we all know, but we don't every day think about this truth. Giving is at the core of loving, and we probably even less frequently think about the great beauty and gift and magic and playfulness of the Hebrew language, that if we did think about it more, we'd have more of these special moments. So, on this Valentine's Day, we're reminded not to be like the wealthy man, but rather to be the kind of people who love from really the essence of the word ahava, and that is to be givers, to be people who are in the business of hav, giving. With that, Bob, Andrea, come on up to help us light the Shabbat candles.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu halat ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Amen.
Continuing with Yedid Nefesh, I promise Vlad will be back next Shabbat. But this Shabbat you'll help me out. We're at Yedid Nefesh, the middle of page 10. Yedid Nefesh of Harachaman, Yedid Nefesh of Harachaman, Meshoch Avdecha, Ya la 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 la, Eretz Onecha, Meshoch Avdecha, Ya la 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 la, Eretz Onecha. Third line. Yarut Avdecha Kemo Ayat Yishtachave Ya la 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 El Muladarecha Yishtachave Ya la la Ya la 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 El Muladarecha. And on page 13, 4 lines up from the bottom, we are singing about the trees dancing, the forest shouting for joy, the fields exulting, a little tipping our hat to Tu B'Shvat, the new year of the trees that came in this past Monday. Ya'aloz Sadai, page 13, right at the bottom. Ya'aloz Sadai v'chol asher bo Ya'aloz Sadai Ya'aloz Sadai v'chol asher bo Ya'aloz Sadai Az yiranenu kol atzei Az yiranenu kol atzei Az yiranenu kol atzei Az yiranenu kol atzei Ya'aloz Sadai v'chol asher bo Ya'aloz Sadai Ya'aloz Sadai v'chol asher bo Ya'aloz Sadai Az yiranenu kol atzei Az yiranenu kol atzei Az yiranenu kol atzei Az yiranenu kol atzei יעלות שדי, וכל אשר בו יעלות שדי. איי 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 איי, יעלות שדי, וכל אשר בו יעלות שדי. איי 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 איי. Romemu is on page 17. Exalt Adonai our God. Bow toward God's holy mounts. For Adonai is our holy God. On the bottom of page 17. Romemu, Romemu, Romemu Adonai Eloheinu. והשתחוו להקדשו. רוממו, רוממו, רוממו אדוני אלוהינו, והשתחוו להקדשו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו, כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו, כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו. You guys are being very quiet. I need your help. Can't you see I need your help? On page 19. Adonai oz le'amo yitain, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. Maybe as we offer these words, think about someone, something that's given you strength this week. Maybe a place where you need strength. Adonai oz. Adonai oz le'amo yitain, Adonai oz le'amo yitain, Adonai oz le'amo yitain, Adonai yivarech et amo, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom, v'shalom. Adonai oz le'amo yitain, Adonai oz le'amo yitain, Adonai oz le'amo yitain, Adonai yivarech et amo.
I just had a thought that I want to share with you. You know, this concluding line of Psalm 29, Adonai oz lamo yitain, God gives, will give, has given to God's people oz, strength. That's the first line. Adonai yivarech, God will bless, blesses God's people with shalom. And it's, I don't know why, as Tara was leading us in this a second ago, it occurred to me that we often have this, we're often thinking, it comes quickly to us, this idea that in order to have peace, you must have strength, and that's true. The order of experience, it's first strength and then peace. But certainly on Shabbat, I also think it's worthwhile thinking about how that the order can work in the opposite direction as well. That a sense of peace leads to a sense of strength. That a critical ingredient of strength is shalom. It's not only the opposite direction. And certainly in our, relationships with loved ones, we can contemplate that. Okay. L'chadodi on page 20.
L'chadodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad hishmianu Elam yuchad Adonai echad U'shemo echad L'shem u'tiferet Ve'litila l'chadodi Likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nekabela Verse 2 Likrat Shabbat Lechu v'nelcha ki hi mekor habracha merosh mikedem nesu chasov maaseh b'machshavat chila l'chadodi likrat kala Verse 5 Hitoreri kiva orech Kumi uri Shir daberi kevod Adonai Alayich nigla l'chadodi Likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nekabela. If it's your custom to rise now and face the door and welcome in the Shabbos bride, we're on verse 9. Boi v'shalom Atzeret bala gam besimcha uvetzola toch emunei am segula boi chala l'chadodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela Hey alay lalay alay 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 We haven't done this in a little while. Before we greet the Shabbat angels, any good news to share? Anyone have anything happy going on in their lives? Yes. A great grandchild born.
What's his
Amazing.
name?
Wow. Sending love to the Holy Land. That's amazing. Other good news. Come on, guys. Got to cheer me up a little.
You have to make it up.
And Arlene retired, which means we can have her incessantly here with us, right? I'm just kidding. She can visit her grandchildren on the West Coast and in Israel. No more good news. An amazing piece of good news for me is coming through my front door just a few hours ago was the wonderful, amazing Chen Kazaz, who was the tour guide and so much more for our women's Israel trip this summer. So it's amazing to have you with us, your presence. So Chen is here. All is good. No more good news? Come on.
Jane.
A grandson
yes,
from
awesome.
Finland.
Great.
Amazing.
What else?
A new nephew,
Ken
born
is a
as you
new
were flying here. I'm sorry, guys, we can't go on unless you can dredge up the tiniest piece of good news. All the positive energy can't come from the Bima. There's got to be
Len.
just one more.
Len, you
Barbara. Excellent. 8.
Len,
We
Len,
remember
you-
when they were born. That means I'm old, but that's not good news.
Len,
Maybe that is good news, yes.
Awesome.
Wow.
Len, you have
School of
something.
Social Work
Mr.
in
Schiff?
Berlin.
No? Oh, okay.
He was
I thought
cleaning his glasses so he could see the good news
You like
that
what?
is us. Okay, everybody say Shabbat Shalom to somebody you know,
Eileen,
somebody you
Eileen,
don't. Oh,
what- oh.
There's more good news? Your granddaughter drove a car for the first time.
Wow. That's
Okay.
kind of good news.
I'm sure she's very responsible. Say Shabbat Shalom. Yes?
Our family is spread out all over the United States, but on Sunday we had 3 grandsons for dinner in New York.
Amazing. That's a beautiful thing. Shabbat Shalom. You can even get up and say Shabbat Shalom to somebody. So intense. Okay, Shalom Aleichem, page 24.
Who's this little child up there? Okay, who that is?
The mics are really hot. They can hear the live stream. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bochem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Zeitchem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So before we rise for the Baruch Hu, if there's anything that happened this week that you'd like to let go of and just leave outside of your Shabbat bubble. You can pick it up again on Saturday night. But if there's something you just want to put to the side and suspend your disbelief and just make a space, for the blessings, for the good news that you couldn't quite locate but you know is there. Let go of that's good news, and we welcome it.
Exactly.
But anything that made you want to make that sound, let's put it to the side.
Well done.
And take a breath and open to the blessing of the Shabbat rising on page 28. Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la. Baruch hu et Adonai Mevorach.
Adonai Mevorach Le'olam
Va'ed, Le'olam Va'ed. Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la. Continuing on page 30. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzvaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, brings on the evening. Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim.
32.
Avat Olam, as we offer these words, which are really symbolic of God's gift of Torah, we are thinking of Shabbat Yitro. It's this week when we receive Torah. We receive 10 Commandments. Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha Ahavta. Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu lemadeta. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu, b'shokbeinu u'bekumeinu, lasiach bechukecha. ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נהגה יומם בלילה, יומם בלילה. באהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. May be seated. 36. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'otecha ve'hayu advarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. So I was wondering as I was getting ready today, why is the Torah reading table just a little further back than it normally is? And I was reminded that just on Sunday we had 5 of our amazing teenagers give a really compelling presentation about addressing climate to an interfaith gathering. Very, very proud of the 13 and 14-year-olds who got up here and made a powerful presentation. And they also received words from other leaders in other communities of faith. And a wonderful new friend, Chris Greiner, who's a member of St. Thomas the Apostle. I think it might be in Mineola. That's where he was born. He said to our teens, it's really important what you said, and I have 2 pieces of advice. In this treacherous world, don't demonize other people and remain curious. So at every moment of cynicism that I've had this week, I've said, don't demonize other people and remain curious. Micha Mocha, I actually think, is a prayer about retaining a sense of wonder and the unexpected and a childlike curiosity in the face of it all. So Micha Mocha is on page 40. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילתו עושה פלא, נורא תהילתו עושה פלא. מלכותך ראו בניך, פוקע ים לפני משה ומרים, צליאנו ואמרו, צליאנו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la la la. Ya la 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 la. Hashkivenu, our prayer of nighttime protection, is on page 42. Before we offer the words, maybe think of someone, something who protects you. Maybe someone still living, maybe someone who's departed from this plane. Maybe a force, a value, an idea, a place. What protects you? Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom V'hamidenu shomreinu lechayim Ufros aleinu Sukat shlomecha Ufros aleinu Sukat shlomecha Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom V'hamidenu shomreinu lechayim. The Shamru is on page 44. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. We rise for the Amidah, page 46. Adonai שפתי תפתח ופי יגיד תהילתך. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'koneh HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, U'mevii Geula Livnei Bneihem, Leman Shemo B'Yahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, V'Ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Leolam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol Atah Rav Lehoshia, Mashiv HaRuach U'Morid HaKashem, Mechakel Chayim B'Chesed, Mechayeh HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Tzomech Noflim V'Rofech Cholim, U'Matir Asurim, U'Mekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Bal Gevurot, U'Midom Elav, Melech Menid U'Mechayeh U'Matzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah lahachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai Mechayeh hakol. 52. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, Ukdoshim, Ukdoshim, Bechol yom yehallelucha Selah, Baruch atah Adonai, Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh, Ha'el HaKadosh. Continuing on our own, seated or standing, as is our comfort or custom, we will meet up again on page 62. Now moving to our Misha Berach prayer on 253. As Mayor and I pass through the aisles, please mention anyone in need of healing of any kind. (253) Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor Abracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength who blessed the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misha Berach Imotenu Mekor Abracha Leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. So, a word on the 14th of February. Some believe that Valentine's Day is celebrated in the middle of February to commemorate the anniversary of Saint Valentine's death or burial, which probably occurred around 270 CE. Others claim that the church may have decided to place their Saint Valentine's Day feast in the middle of February in order to Christianize a pagan fertility celebration celebrated at the Ides of February, February 15th. This pagan celebration was dedicated to Faunus, the Roman god of agriculture, very romantic, as well as to the Roman founders Romulus and Remus. So there you have it. Just wanted to call a spade a spade. We do have Jewish Valentine's Day. It's Tu B'Av, the 15th of the month of Av. It'll be a little hotter then. But still, regardless of our Valentine's Day observances or lack thereof, February 14th is a wonderful Erev Shabbat to be thinking about love, because it's Shabbat Yitro. It's when we get the Torah, we get the commandments. And Sinai is nothing if not our people's wedding chuppah, and our ketubah, right there in the ark. Our ketubah is the Torah. So tonight we're going to do just a little text study on some sources about love and conclude with a story. So, everyone have a piece of paper with a bunch of writing on it? I'll stay up here, actually. So, Pirkei Avot. It's a text that it's pretty famous. It might ring a bell for some of you. Everyone have it? Yeah? Okay. We'll read out loud. Pirkei Avot 5:16. Kol ahava shehi tluya v'davar. Any love that is dependent on something, reliant on something. Batel davar b'telava. When that thing is gone, boop, the love is gone as well. She'ena tula vadavar, a love that is not dependent on something. Eina betela leolam. If you have a love that's not dependent on a specific thing, it'll last leolam, forever. What is a love that was reliant upon something? That was the love of Amnon and Tamar, or lust, as the case may be. What is the love that was not reliant upon something? The love of David and Yonatan. So I'm wondering, can I have a reader to offer an example of the holy love first? Doesn't have to be in the Hebrew. An English reader for the second.
He said to him, "Do not be afraid. The hand of my father Saul will never touch you. You are going to be king over Israel, and I shall be second to you. And even my father Saul knows this is so."
So who's the he that's speaking? Jonathan. So Jonathan, by all rights, should be the next king. But who's going to be the next king? David. Okay. A very different example of love in the next box. Someone want to take Tamar and Amnon? I can put their names together. We'll stop before it gets too racy. Yeah.
This happened sometime afterward. Absalom, son of David, had a beautiful sister named Tamar, and Amnon, son of David, became infatuated with her. Amnon was so distraught because of his half-sister Tamar that he became sick, for she was a virgin and it seemed impossible to Amnon to do anything to her.
So he eventually did do something to her, but then once he had her, he no longer wanted her. And that story ends in Amnon's murder. So two very different examples of love that are given. Let's move on to a little more commentary on this. Rambam. So always good to check in with Rambam. We're going back like 1,000 years. Writer of the Mishnah Torah. You with me? Okay. The explanation of these words is like this. Know that if physical causes, hasibot hagashmiut, physical things, are negated and removed, then basically what they cause will be removed. As soon as they're gone, it's gone. And because of this, when the cause of the love is a divine matter, inyan Elohi, a divine thing, and that is true science, says Maimonides, it is impossible for that love to be removed ever, as its cause is eternally in existence. So Maimonides gets a little more specific. What's the difference between a love that's going to last and a love that won't? Physicality and spirituality. He's saying, you got to be connected to something. It's not that it can't be physical, but it's got to be connected to something a little bit beyond. Moving to Bartanura, so this is like 500 years ago, Italy. Any love that is dependent on something transient, that does not last, when the thing that was the cause of that love perishes, so the love will perish. Okay, we've gotten used to that idea, heard that a bunch of times. But any love that is not dependent on something transient, but rather something lasting, b'davar kayam, something that's really going to stick. For example, the love of the righteous men and the sages never perishes, in the same way that the thing which is the cause of that love does not perish. And then he goes back to this same example that we've explored. So here the difference is not between necessarily the physical and the spiritual. It's between something that's passing and something that's not passing. One last text, and now we are going to Rabbehu Yonah. You with me? Okay. What is a love that is not dependent on something? It's a love she'en la hefsek. It has no interruption. Even though a person estimates that some damage and disgrace will come to him, something bad is going to happen. The example of David and Yonatan is that. Even though Yonatan was fit to rise in the place of his father and David was going to remove him from the monarchy, nonetheless, Yonatan loved him with a firm attachment, bekesher amitz, strong, strong attachment. So let's review. I'm going to make you work in a minute, so get ready. And then I'll tell my story. Just make you work for a little while. So you've got a love, we get the overall example. There's love that's eternal, that really sticks, and there's love that doesn't. Romantic love, family love, friendship love, communal love, this could apply to so many situations. Could apply to our covenant with God. And we're taken into three different places. It could be because one is too rooted in the physical. It just passes when it's too physical. It's got to be connected to something bigger. Could be because it's something that's just, it's rooted in a thing that just passed, that is transient and not long lasting. And then there's the last example, which even takes it to another level. It says you know that a love is going to stick when you're actually willing to pay a price for it. It's not the only ingredient. So I'm going to ask you to take 3 minutes and talk to someone sitting next to you, maybe someone you know very well, maybe someone you don't know. Can you think of an example of one of these kinds of love in your life? Let's pick a lasting love as expressed either by the longevity of it, the fact that it pointed to something beyond the here and now, the fact that it was uninterrupted, even if there was a price to pay for it. It stuck. It stuck. And a silence fell on the crowd. I know it's a lot to ask. Just 3 minutes. And I know it's also personal. So if you don't know the person sitting next to you, you don't have to go way into it. But, what is an example of a lasting love, lasting in one of these examples? Go for it. I want to hear noise. Okay. Thank you for taking a risk and talking a little. I think some of you did. Actually, before I tell my story, I'm looking behind at these Shnei Luchot Habrit, the 2 tablets of the covenant, and thinking, Torah was not given in a cushy place. Once you tell the Jews to talk, they'll never be quiet. Torah was not given in a tropical island, the Blue Lagoon. No, Torah was given in the desert. So God was like, do you still love me? We're in a howling wasteland. Do you want this covenant? And we were like, yes. A love that is not dependent on anything but something higher. Okay, here's the story. It was the most beautiful wedding you had ever seen. The groom, he was like a king. He was a wealthy fisherman in the town of Sidon, and his face was shining. The bride was more beautiful than could be imagined. There was a long table, just opulent food, grapes spilling off silver platters, the dancing, the wedding canopy with flowers everywhere. It was incredible. People talked about it for years, and the glow of joy on that couple's face lasted from year to year to year. They were so in love. But as the years went by, there was also a bit of sadness because they couldn't conceive. There was no sound of children's laughter. And so one day, after 10 years had passed, the woman turned to her husband and she said, I think we have to part ways. I mean, we're supposed to we're supposed to have children. Maybe I think it's time for us to separate. And her husband said, no, I know there is one holy man. We can go, we can speak to him. Maybe his prayers will help us. And so they walked for many days to get to Shimon bar Yochai, mystic sage. And he said, the love between you is evident, and you clearly want a child, but it takes 3 to make a child, a man, a woman, and Hashem. My prayers are not that powerful. I'm afraid it's time for you to separate. And he saw when he said that word that they just fell apart. He said, okay, you came together in love, you will separate in love. Just as you had an incredible wedding feast, you will have an incredible feast on the last night of your marriage. Okay? So they started home, and even though they were sad, they started planning. And it was incredible, even more so. They just more and more people came. The dancing, the joy, and even though they were a little older, their love was so much deeper. It was another joyful evening. But as with their marriage, the evening came to an end. And before they went to sleep that night, the last night in their home, the husband said to his wife, listen, of course, if there's something that's really precious to you in the house, please take it. And you'll have it for your dowry, or take it back to your father's house. He falls asleep. It had been a long night. But she didn't. And as soon as he was asleep, she had her servants come over and pick up his bed and take it out the front door. He was a deep sleeper. And all the way, put it in the father's house. Boom! Put it down. He wakes up. He's like, honey, where am I? She said, well, you told me to take the thing that was most precious in the house. And he embraced her. He said, I can never leave you. Let's go back to Shimon bar Yochai, and this time he will pray with us. And whether or not their prayers work, that's a story for another time. But I can tell you that their love was a love that endured. So on this Shabbat, Yitro, Shabbat Valentine's Day. May we think of our many loves, whatever, however, for there's so many different forms of human connection. May they be ones that are kayam, may they be established, may they lift us to a place that is higher. May they be rooted in the things that last, and may they be for a blessing. Amen. Okay. Just saying, we have a very, very heavy Tempur-Pedic. I don't think I could be lifting. Okay. Please rise. 282. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינת עוזו בגובה מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
seated. As always, we remember loved ones before concluding. If I read the name of a loved one you're remembering, please rise. Remember this week Ashraf Kahan, father of Robert Kahan and mother to 5 children and 14 grandchildren and 8 great-grandchildren. Remember as well Shani Lauren, mother of Hunter Lauren. Remember Gary Schlossman, stepdad of Scott Sontag. We also remember in the last 30 days Shloshim, Michael Lipstein, and as well those whose Yortzeit, the anniversary of their passing, falls during this week. Nelson Bernstein, Harold Cohan, Joshua Field, and Jerome Greenstein, Sela Gretsch, Janice Group, Saul Hirsch, Barbara Kalos, Herman Kraus and Selma Kraus, Robert Lester and Cyrus Mayer, Robert Margolis and Alan Pensky, Marjorie Rubel and Samuel Rubin, Lillian Schneider and Leon Schwartz, Joseph Sion and Patty Toscano, Herman Weiner. If you are remembering someone whose name is not on the list, when we rise and share their name, please do so. We also remember all those. This is the 2nd anniversary of the Parkland shooting, so we take all of those who died into our hearts as well. The Mourners Kaddish is on page 294. If it's your custom to rise with the mourners, please do so. Yikadal v'kadash Shemei Rabbah, v'yalma divrach yeruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, v'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, b'gala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevorach Leolam U'Omei Al Maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalal shemei kudusha b'rechu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran b'yoma v'imru amen Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen Oseh shalom b'mromav. Hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel. And let us say one last time, amen. Please be seated except for our dear President, Ron.
So I'm working on this. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom to everyone. Thank you, Rabbis Feldman, Mayor, and Tara, for leading us so lovely in prayer and helping us to bring in the welcome respite of Shabbat. And Shai Kedmi, as always, your beautiful accompaniment. So thanks, Shai, for being here. Y'all know what a meme is? A meme? For those who don't know what a meme is, actually, I didn't know what a meme was either for a long time. My sons clarified that for me several months back. A meme is an image of some sort that's sort of altered in some way to be clever or witty, most often than not snarky, and they're all over the internet, and it's usually to relay a message of some sort. And today, they were as snarky as can be. They were all over the place with political ones, in particular with a Valentine's Day theme associated with them. A couple that struck my fancy. One was it was the president sending a Valentine's Day gift to Senator Romney, an all-expense-paid trip to Wuhan, China. Another that struck my fancy was the president sending a Valentine's Day card to Speaker Pelosi, and of course the image below had her ripping it up. There was a ton of these going around, and it made me think a lot about the political environment that we're in, the presidential candidates going at each other, Vice President Biden going after Mayor Pete punching back. We had political operative James Carville going after Senator Sanders throwing some mud back at him, the president going after Mayor Bloomberg punching back at him. And it made me think, what a nasty environment that we're in. And when you feel despair like that, naturally you begin to look to the sages for words of wisdom. So I turn to one of the great sages of all time in our faith, that of the great, brilliant mind of Groucho Marx, who right up there with Maimonides and Heschel and all the others. This was uttered by the great Groucho Marx almost 80 years ago. Politics is the art of looking for trouble, finding it everywhere, diagnosing it incorrectly, and applying the wrong remedies. And that pretty much sums up the political state of today. But clearly, 80 years ago, the more things change, the more they stay the same. So I'm confident that we'll get through it all together. And we just have to have a sense of humor, as the great Groucho Marx did. And sometimes you just got to laugh. So I invite you to go online and look for some of these memes. They're actually kind of funny. So some announcements, some important announcements. First of all, to our bakers, Maria Margaloff, Linda Diamond, Roberta Lulov, Sandy Gretsch, Ronit Pearl, Jane Cohen, Debbie Sutton, Cheryl Silverstein, and Aaron Romero. We have the best baking corn anywhere in Great Neck. Challah generously contributed by the Margaloff family. Today, are the Freemans here? They're not here. Oh, it's too bad because today's their anniversary, so we wanted to wish them a happy anniversary. I guess they're celebrating their anniversary. I want to remind everybody after the oneg that to be mindful of where you throw your items. You know we're all green here. All cups, plates, and utensils are compostable. Pour out the liquids and use the receptacles provided. They're all labeled, and they should be less confusing after all this time. A thank you to our greeters, Barbara Podball and Felisa Meyer, and some upcoming events. Tomorrow morning, Torah study, as always, at 9:15. Shabbat morning service at 10:30 a.m. After the school break, next week, we have some events coming up here that you should make note of. Friday, February 28th is the Eisner Crane Lake Shabbat here at TBE. Sunday, March 1st, Brotherhood monthly meeting. Friday, March 6th, Erev Shabbat Purim service with the Purim Spiel, followed by a great Shabbat dinner catered by our new caterers, W Kosher Events. Sunday, March 8th at 10 a.m. is the Purim Character Breakfast for families with young children, grades 3, and you can register for that online. Sunday, March 8th at 10 a.m. We have a speaker for sponsored by Brotherhood, Evan Bernstein. He is the New York, New Jersey Regional Director of the ADL. He will lead a discussion on contemporary trends of anti-Semitism in New York, in the U.S., and around the globe. I've met Evan a couple of times. He's a terrific speaker. I think you'd really enjoy his presentation, and clearly this is an important subject of our time, so I invite you to come to that. Registration is required for that Brotherhood event. And I would invite you again to look into our rebranding of our small groups with purpose, known now as Tribe. Get it? T, capital T, small R-I, capital B-E. It's an opportunity for us to reach out together and find groups within the temple, and it's expanding rapidly, and I encourage you to reach out to our admin to find out how you can get involved. To everyone, happy Valentine's Day, Shabbat Shalom, a terrific weekend. That's the silliest thing I ever heard. Would you sing that Groucho Marx to me? What's that? You sing that Groucho Marx.
Okay, we're going to close with Dror Yikra. We're on 334, the song at the top.
Did you guys know that Groucho Marx was such a...
Chacham.
Yeah, yeah, totally. Page
334. Dror yikra levenim bad ve'im simchem kemo bavad neim shimchem belo yushpat shavu v'nuchu b'yom Shabbat Derosh Navi ve'ulami. Oops, I'm supposed to do the first verse again. But third line, Ne'im Shimchem V'lo Yushpat Shuvu B'yom Shabbat. Second verse, Derosh Navi Ve'olami Ve'od Yisra Ve'od Ami Netas Zorek B'tok Ami Tei Shabbat B'nei Ami Derosh Navi Ve'olami Vezod Yesha Aseyami Netasorek Beroch Kami Shei Shabbat B'nei Ami Dror Yikra Levenim Bad Ve'in Samchem Kemo Vavad Neim Shimchem Belo Yushpat Shunuchu B'yom Shabbat Dror Yikra Levenim Bad Ve'in Samchem Kemo Vavad Neim Shimchem Belo Yushpat Shunuchu B'yom Shabbat Derosh Navi Ve'ulami Vezod Yesha Seimi Netasorek Betokami Shei Shabbat B'nei Ami Derosh Navi Ve'ulami Vezod Yesha את השורק בתוך עמי, ששבת בני עמי. That was a lot of Hebrew, but it's so beautiful, isn't it? Shabbat Shalom. Thank you to our ushers, the Myers and Barbara Podwall. Thank you so much. And any ushers that I missed.
It all works. The teaching world.
I'm not a bad teacher of text, but
No, I actually loved it. Because you kind of moved
I
us
really
through
did
it.
it. And I was like, you know what, at this hour, not everybody wants to be actively engaged.
Yeah, no, I
And so
think